Welcome back to another episode of the Intoxicated Sports Report on a Victory Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
I'm Gage Samoji, and the man to my right, as always, is Mr. Emerson Holloway Hip.
How you doing, sir?
Doing good. Doing good.
Is it going to be a Twisted Tuesday as well?
It won't be a 211 Tuesday today. But maybe check it. Oh, actually, it won't even be next week, possibly. So it could be twisted because we're gonna start. We actually just said to each other before the show started. Yeah. I think this episode needs a shot.
We gotta loosen it up.
This shot needs an episode. This episode needs a shot.
Yes.
However you want to say it.
This shot does need an episode.
I will also take some tequila because I am not.
This is actually mezcal, so do you want to dive into it?
Yeah. I'm not drinking this Buffalo 3 right now.
Buffalo 3.
Can't do it.
All right. The show is brought to you by Del Maguey, Vida, Mezcal, and Buffalo Trace, which we're not taking today.
Well, who knows? Mm-hmm. You never know.
And Sierra Nevada later on.
Yes.
So
cheers.
Let's get this out of the way. Happy Tuesday.
Ooh. Okay.
You want to know when the last time you had that mezcal was?
Last time I had that mezcal,
That exact one.
was it at a bar or a house?
At a bar.
At a bar, I'm going to say it was at the Q.
Nope. I'll give you one more shot.
Why do I feel like now that you say it, I can taste it?
It was somewhat sports related. The day.
Oh, man. Somewhat sports related. A Giants game?
Yeah.
Was it?
It was at Perry's afterwards.
Huh?
It was the last thing we did. We took a shot of mezcal.
Did I take one too?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I know
think you, me, and Danny did.
Because I didn't drink anything at Perry, probably besides that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. There we go. I like
Bringing
that.
back memories. Speaking of the Giants, we're watching the Giants right now. Fifth inning just ended. They're down 1-0.
They only have one hit in this game so far.
Hey,
Not looking good.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
We'll get to the Giants in a little bit.
Yes, we will.
We'll get to the Giants in a little bit. What are we drinking?
We are drinking using this lovely mezcal that we just talked about.
Oh, there's more mezcal in this?
This has mezcal in it. This is a Naked and Famous
Oh.
classic mezcal cocktail.
Name somebody naked and famous.
Ooh. Oh, fuck. Who was the guy on Survivor? Like year 3 or whatever, season 3.
I never
Can't
watched. I never
remember
watched.
his name. But he would be naked all the time on the show. It was
Love it.
hilarious. So.
I'm thinking Kim Kardashian.
Hey. Yeah, you could probably name any porn star.
That'd be too easy.
Yeah.
That'd be too easy.
Okay.
And I'm not much of a name of porn star type of guy.
Fair enough.
That's just not who I am. And do I know names of porn stars? Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh, this is like a go-to for me. I gotta go Lisa Ann, or I gotta go, Alexis Texas.
So, yeah, I hear you.
I know a few, but I don't know, I don't have a whole dictionary.
Fair enough.
Like you and Garrett probably do.
Funny stuff.
Thanks.
My parents are gonna love this.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Cheers, Mom.
Always gotta embarrass Emerson on the podcast. Sorry.
That's what it is.
No.
They all know we watch porn.
Everybody watches porn.
Yeah. Tasty cocktail. It's got chartreuse, Aperol, and lime juice in it.
Good. And a fancy
Little lime peel.
circular or
Oh,
sphere.
sphere ball. It's my favorite balls of them all.
What?
Even better than baseballs.
Golf balls?
Still like these better.
What about the Reuben balls from...
Those are pretty fire.
There you go. I knew that'd get you.
Gage, what's going on today?
We have some college football, the bulk of the show, NFL. But before we get into that, we're talking a little Major League Baseball.
Yeah, so we are in the final series of the season.
I can't believe the season's already over. I can't believe the Giants already had their final home game.
Yeah.
I know it's a shortened season, but like I said before, it seemed like you and Danny yesterday, or it was yesterday,
Yeah.
that you and Danny had season tickets, and you guys were there all the time.
I know.
Well, and you went to opening day. That's why I
Yeah,
didn't
right.
say that.
And I'm a little sad that we only went to one other game after those two, but it was kind of a weird year for the Giants.
I went to 2. I was cool.
Yeah. But
Didn't get to go to a game with my dad, which is a little unusual.
yeah, you guys usually go to
We usually
one,
go
or
to-
one, maybe two.
I went to a lot of games last year in general, but usually we go to one. There's always next year.
Yeah.
The two games I went to were great.
Yeah.
I think the first game the Giants didn't win by sack club level for the first time, which that was cush. And then Tyro Estrada hit the walk-off.
All the games that I went to, well, I guess me and Danny went to every game together.
How many did you
all
go
of them,
to?
All of them were really close. We went to 3.
3.
Yeah. We went to the 2 early in the season. Giants won in extra innings that day. I think they won 2-1 the second game we went to. And then, of course, the walk-off that we went to together. So that was,
If there was a good final game to go to of the season for us,
that was the one.
That was the one.
That was
the one.
For sure.
I still can't wait to develop a film for my camera and see the pictures of us wearing the rally caps. Because Devin got a couple of us wearing.
Oh, so you haven't developed that one yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't been taking a lot of pictures for you.
Oh, because you still have still more film to go.
It's like halfway through.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
So when I see it in like 6 months, I'm like, fuck yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Brings back memories.
So I'd say the biggest baseball news of the day is definitely Aaron Judge hitting his 60-second home run, breaking the American League record.
And if you were to ask Roger Maris Jr., it'd be the record.
Yeah. Well, that guy's just shut the fuck up. But I can understand why people want to say, hey, this is maybe the most impressive home run hitting season of all time. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Broke the AL record, like you said, and he's also going for the Triple Crown.
Yes, he is. It's probably not going to happen. We've got one more game for the Yankees tomorrow, and I think he's the guy from Minnesota took him over in batting average. So, but nonetheless, I think you got to put this in the books as maybe one of the best offensive seasons of all time.
Yeah, and I know listening to the guys I listen to through podcasts and stuff. They were saying that this might be one of the best ones ever. Based, if he would have hit the Triple Crown, they think they were saying that they might.
I think regardless,
it could be the best one.
Yeah, I think regardless, you got to put it up there. I mean, especially considering factors like the era with the pitching being as good as it is these days, everyone throwing 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I think it definitely has to be considered.
Because Barry Bonds, he didn't. When he hit 73, did he even lead the league in RBIs?
He may not have. Yeah, he may not have.
Because he got walked so much.
Yeah.
So.
He didn't have the opportunities or the same amount of opportunities. But it was getting a little dicey with Judge down the stretch. I mean, if he didn't hit one today, he was only going to have one more opportunity tomorrow to do it.
I felt kind of bad. I thought we kind of gave him the ISR curse.
I was a little afraid too.
Because when he hit 60, obviously, it was while we were doing this.
Yeah.
And yesterday I did my notes like I usually do. And I put down, he hit his 61st within the last week as well.
Right.
And then today, second game of the doubleheader.
Right. First AB.
First AB, or not walk off, but
lead
off.
Yeah, lead off home run.
Home run.
Yeah. The people that came to game 2 got their money's worth. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He actually came out of the game after his second at bat too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. But did you watch the video of the home run?
Yes, I did.
Did you see the guy that jumped down?
No.
Because there's a gap between the fence and like the first row of the stands.
Yeah, because the bullpen's right.
Yeah, I was assuming it was the bullpen. I don't actually know, but I assumed the bullpen's probably there. Some fan like jumped down thinking that it was going to be short and tried to go get the ball, but it went like 2 rows deep. I was like, this guy's a fucking moron. But you could tell he like intentionally did it.
It was hard to see through Twitter because for some reason when I watch Twitter videos, it's the first like 5 seconds of videos for me, it's like really pixelated. Not really pixelated, and then after like 5 or 6 seconds it goes to normal.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to see who caught it or like how much how much the crowd was going after it.
It didn't seem like a crazy, scrum like it was for Barry's 70 or like 756.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
It wasn't a mosh.
No. Didn't seem that way anyways, but still awesome moment for him.
If you're the person who catches number 62, obviously a huge historical home run.
Yeah.
Would you do the whole, you give it to him, but you want to get reimbursed?
Oh, hell yeah. Are you kidding me?
But you don't want to keep it? And maybe sell it on down the line for like maybe more money?
No, if they wanted it that bad for the right price, I'd do it. Like if they were lowballing me, I'd be like, nah, that's mine.
What's the lowest you would take for it? Hypothetically. Obviously.
If I was getting a lot of pressure and it was like $100,000 and some memorabilia or something, I'd maybe do it.
It'd be hard not to in that moment.
Right. Because, I mean, that's such a valuable piece of...
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
going probably,
especially in the moment.
It's probably going into the Hall of Fame.
I would think so. Yeah.
Aaron Judge would probably like to keep it.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like that type of guy. I don't know. He'd probably want it to be more of a historical piece of, you know what.
So congratulations to future Giant Aaron Judge, number 62. We are all proud.
Yeah, Ashley asked when those jokes are going to stop. They're not going to stop until he re-signs with the Yankees.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-mm-mm.
So the playoff field for baseball is set.
Yeah, unfortunately, no final series drama like we've seen in past years, but yeah, pretty much everything's dialed in. We got the Astros, Yankees, and Guardians are all the division winners in the American League.
Okay.
Astros and Yankees are going to get the bye since we got the new playoff format.
Yep.
And then Blue Jays, Mariners, Rays are going to be the wild cards. I think the Mariners and Rays could switch positions, but yeah, that's all set there as well. Mariners, your Mariners.
My Mariners.
Ended the 21-year playoff drought. Unbelievable.
Old enough to drink.
Yes.
But so you know what this means now, though, right? You just want to take a guess?
You're going to be a big-ass Mariners fan for the rest of the...
No. So with the Mariners ending their drought, my Sacramento Kings now own the largest playoff drought in North American sports.
I'm sorry.
I want to say it's like 16,
I want to say
17
16 or
years.
17 as well.
I want to say last time they went was 2006.
That sounds right.
So that sucks.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be bad, just own it. You got to own it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you. The Kings suck.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're getting Big Vic next year in the draft.
Big Vic.
This dude's like 7'6", and moving like a guard.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
I think the problem with the Kings lately is they've been bad, but not bad enough.
Right.
Right.
No, here's what's gonna. They'll be good enough to where they won't get the first pick.
Exactly.
But shout out to the Mariners. You know me, my
Yeah.
bold prediction: World Series champs. Probably not
They
gonna happen.
got some work to do, but we've seen wild card teams win before, so
Yeah, we have.
I think this is going to be an interesting season with the new format.
Also,
as well.
shout out to Ashley's friend Barb. I didn't know she was a Mariners fan
Me neither.
until a couple weeks ago.
No clue.
I saw her at a Mariners game. I'm like is she like rocking an Ichiro jersey, which is clean,
Yeah.
clean jersey.
That was pretty cool.
Thinking to myself, she's a Mariners fan.
Yeah.
Had to ask Ashley. I guess she always has been since she was younger.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I like the Mariners.
Got nothing against the Mariners.
I like their uniforms. I would love to go to see their.
They got a nice
stadium.
stadium. Yeah. At least to the naked eye.
Yeah, and the walk off that happened for them to.
Oh yeah, that was pretty epic.
It was a great call. The crowd was going nuts.
Big chills.
Big chills for sure. Love it.
Over in the National League, of course, the Dodgers. Unbelievable season. They got 110 wins
110.
with 2 games left. Are going to be the number 1 seed.
It's amazing how they won 107 last year, and they won more games than that.
I
This
know,
year.
right?
Jeez, you're winning 200 plus games in 2 years.
Yeah, there's 60 games over 500.
I know you don't know this off the top of your head, or maybe you do. I'd like to know the most wins by a franchise in a 2-year span. Because the Dodgers have to be somewhere
be
somewhere
right
in the top 10.
Yeah, got to be right there.
Because how many 227 wins or 217 wins in 2 years?
I think they won 106 last year, so yeah, 216.
Oh, because the Giants won 107.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I thought they won 108.
Yeah.
But still, 216 wins in 2 seasons.
Freaking ridiculous.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I would guess that's at least in the conversation, if not the most.
Maybe that Mariners team that won a lot. Maybe.
But I don't even know what they won the year before or after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't make the playoffs the year after, because that was the last time they made it.
Yeah.
Was that 116.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Braves clinched the number 2 seed today. They got the NL East. We also got the Cardinals won the NL Central.
Yeah.
And then Mets, Padres, and Phillies are going to be your wild cards in the National League.
The Philadelphia Phillies.
Philadelphia Phillies. They ended a little bit of a drought from the playoffs as well. Could see Bryce Harper back in the postseason.
The Phillies, last time I checked earlier, were getting no hit by the Astros.
Is that right?
I don't know where it's at now.
See,
I know it was going.
I know I had MLB.com up, so
It was going into the 8th. Verlander pitched, but he only pitched 5, but had 10 strikeouts.
Unfortunately, no one gives a fuck because Aaron Judge hit a home run today.
I feel like nobody cares about no hitters anymore.
Yeah. Looking at the latest news on MLB.com, 5 of the 9 headlines are about Aaron Judge. That's pretty funny. Not saying anything, so either it's not over yet or they did not.
I do wish that the Aaron Judge home run was at Yankee Stadium.
It would have been nice
been
for
cool.
the fans, yeah.
Would
But
have been cool.
the Yankees fans have seen a lot of good stuff, so.
And they're also going to see the Astros beat them in the championship series. So.
Well, it's the top of the 9th for the Phillies, and they have bases loaded, so I'm assuming they got to base it.
Yeah, it's probably a good assumption.
I would say the most exciting part of the end of this baseball season outside of Aaron Judge was the Braves sweeping the Mets over the weekend.
Say it one more time? The most what?
Most exciting thing in baseball outside of Aaron Judge hitting a home run.
What about Pujols?
Didn't we already talk about that?
But you wouldn't put that number 2?
No, I'm saying in the last week of the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, well, last week of the season,
Yeah.
excuse me.
The Braves swept the Mets over the weekend to take a 2-game lead in the division, and eventually they went and clinched the NL East tonight.
Because the Mets were in a huge lead.
They had a very large lead. I did not see what the largest it was, but I did. Did you see that video, or you might have tagged me in it, of that New York sportscaster back in like middle of June, or maybe it might have even been July, but I want to say middle of June, where he said the NL East is over. The Mets got this in the bag.
I didn't send you that.
Okay, I saw it the other day. I was like, that guy looks like a clown, and this was even before the Braves took over the division.
You know what that guy looks like?
An idiot.
Us on this show.
Pretty much.
All the time.
Except we don't make ridiculous proclamations that often.
No, we're both pretty level-headed when it
Yeah.
comes to our sports
Yeah.
talk stuff.
But, yeah, impressive stuff in the Braves. They beat DeGrom, Scherzer, and Chris Bassett in back-to-back-to-back games over the weekend to sweep that series.
So one could say that they earned it.
They earned it, to say the least.
They beat your goat.
They beat my goat,
They
man.
beat your goat.
He's been struggling a little bit lately, I gotta say. He's been giving up some home runs.
I missed DeGrom with the hair.
He was pretty cool with the hair. That, like, it was, like, fluffy, too.
Yeah, it's somewhat similar to what Haters got going on right now.
A little bit, but I would say even curlier.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just, I don't even know how he fit the hat on over his head
Right.
with all that hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he probably went down, like, 3 sizes when he shaved his head. Or buzzed
Yeah,
it.
for real. So I know when I grow my hair out, sometimes my hats get a little tight.
Yeah. But also, I read some stat, and I don't know how long it's been since this happened, but Dansby Swanson and Matt Olson for the Braves hit home runs in each game of that series.
Yeah.
And it was like the first time two pairs of teammates had done that in like a really long time.
So in all 3 of those games, they both hit a home run.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where do they hit in the order usually?
I want to say Swanson's 2 and Olson's like 4 or something like that. Yeah. I'd have to look that up though.
Dansby Swanson, he's a sharp-looking fellow, man.
He's become a stud too. Like he's a legit all-star these days.
He's a stud both ways.
Yes. The wild card round will begin on Friday. I'm excited for this wild card situation where we've got a 3-game series. The
I like this, by the way. I like
yeah.
the 3-game wild card.
Right, and the higher seed hosts all 3 games. The home team in all 3 games,
Oh,
which is I think is kind of interesting.
that's cool.
Yeah. So that should be fun.
Would you like that as an opposing team? Like the Giants made the wild card, but they didn't have.
No home games.
Yeah.
No, I like the way they did this because I think it puts, it gives a reward to the teams that finish higher in the
Puts more
standings.
emphasis on winning. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because if you think about St. Louis, definitely had a better record than the Phillies, who they're going to play, and the Mets had a pretty considerable better record than the Padres, who they're going to play. So, yeah, I like it. Onto our Giants. Another season going to be in the books after tomorrow.
Yes.
They're 80-80. Looks like they will likely lose this game. It's still plenty of time left, but
Just try to be 500.
yeah, just
try to
right,
get to
right around
500.
the 500 season once again.
All right, I'm wearing the shirt.
Supporter.
Always love.
Yeah, I'm repping San Francisco. San
Supporter.
Francisco. Yeah.
Supporter.
Yeah.
Love our Giants.
Uh,
Wasn't the year.
Yeah, it wasn't the year. I mean, we all as fans kind of knew that this was a possibility that they would underperform based on how they were last year.
We both predicted that they would not make the playoffs.
You did. I had them in.
Okay.
I had them in as a wild card. So they definitely underperformed to my expectations. But
I don't really like bragging about my team not making it, but I did say
Right.
that.
Yes, you did. Willie Mack Award winner this year, Wilmer Flores. I think that was well deserved.
You see, they brought his whole family up.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah.
I don't think he knew that was happening,
I don't.
or he seemed like he was genuinely surprised.
Yeah, I don't think he did either. Which is that was very cool.
I like Wilmer Flores. I hope he's on the Giants for as long as he can. I hope
Yeah.
he perform well.
And we
Well,
talked
as a
about
Giant.
him a few weeks ago getting that extension, so he's
Yeah.
going to be around. Also, we got a requested shout out from a follower, Billy Cox.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, he messaged us on Instagram.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
I think I probably jumped in there before you saw it
Yeah. it's
to
possible.
message back, but he wanted us to give Carlos Rodon a shout out. You
Because-
know what? Actually, maybe he messaged me personally. I can't remember.
Did he do this because he thought Rodon should have been the Willie Mack Award winner, or just he wanted to do a shout out?
No, he wanted to do a shout out just for his excellence this year.
Yeah.
Which he was awesome. It was, of course, an all-star for the Giants.
Yes.
In 31 starts, 178 innings pitched, 237 strikeouts, which was second, I believe, in the National League.
Wow.
just 52 walks, pretty good. 2.88 ERA.
Dude's a gamer.
Oh yeah, he comes out there with some energy for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when he shut out the Padres in the middle of the season, he was super juiced after that.
He's one of those guys that when he's walking off the mound in between innings, he's like screaming.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, it's awesome when he like gets a big strikeout at the end of the inning or something, and he's just yelling.
He's just yelling. He's not yelling at anybody. Really.
No, he's yelling at himself.
He's just like.
He's like his own hype man.
He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm that guy right now.
Right.
I am him.
Yeah.
Unlike Matt Stafford.
Right. He also leads Major League Baseball or led Major League Baseball in strikeout percentage and this metric called fielding independent pitching among all qualified starters. Which fielding independent pitching is basically like being as good as you can be in the metrics of like the three true outcomes, which are walks, strikeouts, and home runs allowed. So he was number one in that, which is pretty awesome.
Are we possibly going to get a fourth out episode before the playoffs start?
I don't think so. I would love to, but it's
hard.
it takes up too much of my time.
All right.
Yeah.
No worries.
I can't say when or if it's ever going to come back.
Maybe we'll hire somebody to do it for us.
Right. Yeah, that would be fun.
That'd be cool.
Or just even have someone else to do it with. But,
yeah?
Yeah.
I want to give a quick shout out to Albert Pujols, like I just mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
ending his career, his career with 702 home runs.
Right.
He had added 2 more since last week. And he tied Babe Ruth for second all-time on the RBI list.
Nice.
This dude's going to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
This dude's...
That's an easy one.
It's a no doubt.
Yeah. I'm just shocked that he actually ended up playing as long as he did after having some really rough years in Los Angeles.
And I gotta say, going into the playoffs right now, I'm rooting heavy for the Cardinals.
I wouldn't normally root for the Cardinals because we've seen them win so much, but I'm with you.
And they always play the Giants hard in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I believe Wainwright, Molina, and Pujols have all announced that this is going to be their last year.
I was just gonna say that.
So that's pretty awesome.
Let's go Cardinals.
They got a pretty interesting mix of like really veteran guys like those 3 we just mentioned, 2 studs in their prime, and Goldschmidt and Arenado, and then a bunch of good young players as well.
Yeah.
They're like the Spurs, man. They're always there.
They're a great organization. They play in a great stadium.
Yep.
They have great uniforms.
Yep.
They're a hard team to root against.
Yeah.
Because
They're definitely
very, very well run.
right. And you can't help but just at least have a lot of respect for them. Of course, like if you're a Cubs fan, you're like fuck the Cardinals, but
Even as a Giants fan, it's like kind of fuck the Cardinals.
yeah, but definitely a lot of respect. A little bit of envy in there as well.
Right.
That's all I got for baseball. I'm ready for the playoffs, man. It's been a dry September for baseball outside of the home run, tracker that we've been following. But
And the Jock Peterson bunt splash hit.
yeah, it's gonna come to a close at 3-2, right?
3-2, I think. Yeah. I also thought it was cute that you texted me and Sal saying stress-free October because the Giants are out of it. You must have forgot about the Dodgers. You tell me you're not going to stress out the Dodgers come in a couple weeks from now?
You know what? I will a little bit.
Has it got to the inevitable for you?
In a way, it's like they should. They won 110 games this year. Like,
So you think like
they're supposed to win.
they're supposed to win?
They're supposed to win, and that's, I guess, a little bit the way it has been in years past. But we just hadn't seen them do it yet until 2020, which still that was sort of they call them that the Mickey Mouse ring.
They still won it.
They still won it.
They still won it.
They won the games that were meant to be won
Yes.
that year.
They played all the games they had to play, and they won all the games they had to win.
Yeah.
But stress-free, come on, bro. You're better than that. I know you know better than that.
Although I will say that the Dodgers are not going to have a cakewalk to the National League.
No, I'm not saying that.
I mean, they may be playing the Mets in the second round.
Mets.
With that pitching staff, that's
Jerry Seinfeld's Mets.
Jerry Seinfeld's Mets. The Giants are falling apart. What do you know?
I see below 500 in the future.
Oh, I do want to just pat myself in the back. Speaking of fourth out, going back to the episode where I did the over-unders,
Yeah.
I've already clinched 17 out of 30, and I could have 3 more, most likely if the Padres win, that'll give me one more. And if the Rockies don't win again, that'll give me another.
The Dodgers were at 97.5.
I know, isn't that ridiculously low?
That's pretty
I mean, when I saw that, I was like, they're easily getting 100 wins this year. There's like no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, the Giants, you're wrong.
Giants, yeah. The National League, I did not do that well, and the American League, I crushed it. I got 11 so far, and if the Blue Jays win their last 2 games, I'll get 12.
Do you have on note what we picked for the playoff teams?
Yes, I do actually, right down
I
here.
think we should mention that.
Yeah. Oh wait, where'd it go?
So I had mine written down. I don't know if you wrote them down on your laptop.
You know what? I think I only have mine on this, so I don't know if I have that anywhere else. But
That's okay.
yeah. But I know I had the Dodgers beating the Astros. In the World Series.
And I have the Dodgers beating the Blue Jays.
Yes, you did. I do remember that.
I don't think will happen. I mean, I don't think the Blue Jays are going to.
Blue Jays are there. Yeah, they'll be a tough team to beat, but yeah, I wouldn't say they're a favorite to get there.
I think I remember saying that it's going to be a blue World Series.
Yeah, I mean, my Dodgers and Astros getting to the World Series looks pretty solid.
That looks pretty good.
I mean, even the Astros are only 91.5 win total, and they're at like 104, I think.
Also rooting for Dusty Baker.
Yeah.
If Dusty can get one, I'm
That'd
happy.
be cool. Yeah.
I'm happy.
He's like maybe one of the best managers to never win the World Series.
He knows how to manage.
He's good. Yeah. I think he was the perfect guy to step into that situation where there was a lot of just like just nastiness.
Really gray cloud.
Yeah.
Like you look in the sky, you see a cloud.
It's like almost black.
It's nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he turned it around.
He sure did.
I would rock a Dusty Baker jersey.
Oh fuck yeah. I'm trying to remember
What was
what number. I think it was 12. No,
12.
12?
Right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Because Kent was 21, so he was 12. Yeah.
I'd easily rock 12.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you could
Well,
rock.
I got that bobblehead somewhere. He's got his number on it.
I could rock the 12. Someone could be like, "Who is that?" One day I could say Joe Panic. One day I could say Dusty Baker.
There you go.
You never know. On to college football.
Yeah, buddy.
Number 14, Ole Miss beat number 7, Kentucky.
Big SEC
22
matchup.
To 19.
I didn't watch much college football this week. I got to be honest.
I didn't really.
I was watching PSG. That was more entertaining to me.
I did watch the Clemson NC State game, a little bit of it. I did
That was
watch the little bit of the Georgia Missouri game.
Dude, Georgia got tested.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
And for that reason, they're not number 1 anymore.
I texted my sister because she went to school with Brock Bowers.
Oh yeah.
Or I think she was like, he might have been like a year younger than her too, or something like that. I texted her. I was like, I can't wait for your boy Brock to be a future Dallas Cowboy. She started laughing. She's like, shut up.
So are they the same age, or is she?
I want to say Drew's a little bit older. I want to say
Wait, how old is she? 21 now?
Drew's 21.
Okay, yeah, because he was only 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because JoJo is the same age as him. I think
gotcha.
JoJo kind of claims a gnome or whatever.
Gotcha.
So
That's cool.
yeah, if he was a Cowboys tight end, I would be tripping.
Right.
That'd be cool.
You know, it's funny. I've had a lot of people at the hotel recently from Georgia, and they're all UGA fans, and I've been asking them about Brock Bowers. Like, you know where he's from?
Do they know where?
No, like from here.
From here.
I went to the same high school as that kid.
Graduated like 8 years earlier, but yeah.
No big deal. But yeah, he's been a stud. Did
Uh,
you see he had a 75-yard rushing touchdown a couple weeks ago against whoever the hell they played?
A 75-yarder?
Yeah,
What, is that when I mentioned him a couple weeks ago? Or not? Because
it might have been the year.
He had a rushing touchdown, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was 75 yards.
Yeah, no, I think it was the week after you mentioned it. Yeah.
It's kind of, it's just you put the ball in his hands. and
Right.
Running it over.
He's kind of doing the Debo right now.
Yeah. Number 2 Alabama beat number 20 Arkansas 49-26.
They rolled.
Kind of expected.
Yeah.
Number 9 Oklahoma State beat number 16 Baylor 36-25.
We talk about those Baylor uniforms. You want to officially put them in jail?
Yeah, sure.
You saw those, right?
It was just like a.
It's like mustard.
It's like a gray poupon.
Yeah. It was like somewhere between yellow mustard and brown mustard. Those are awful, and they're all yellow too. Helmet, pants, shirt, socks.
So the thing with me putting him in jail though, is I don't want to talk about him anyways.
Yeah, I mean we don't have to.
No,
It was just talked about in the group chat.
We won't put him in there because I don't see us really ever talking about it anyways.
Hopefully they never wear them again.
It was.
Those were just. Who thought that was a good idea? Is what I was thinking.
I know every fan of that stadium had to have thought these are terrible
Oh
uniforms.
yeah, there's no way anyone thought they were cool. I wonder even what the players think when they put on a uniform like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right? It's like
They can't be thinking like, damn, I'm dripped right now.
Right.
Right.
Is like if you're a team that's like purple and you wear an all purple uniform, do the guys in the locker room think like, hey, we look like a bunch of fucking grapes right now, or blueberries?
Do you think Vikings players think that?
Dude, I kind of wonder. I mean, I guess the Vikings, we've gotten used to those colors. Same with the Ravens, but
I think purple.
purple.
Like
Not that bad.
Vikings purple looks way better than what how Baylor was wearing. This
Right.
week. Not even close.
Or if a team happened to be magenta, which we've probably never seen before, but
Yeah.
that would just be ridiculous.
I'd be cool for wearing that.
I don't know. I mean,
If I'm wearing purple, I might feel like the girl from Willy Wonka, when she
Right.
turns into a big old. What'd she turn into?
what does she turn into?
Like a plum,
Something like that.
like a big old blueberry or something
Yeah.
like that. Speaking real quick of uniforms, the early game on Sunday, Saints Vikings, which you almost won.
I know. Sorry. I saw them, and I know what you said, and I don't think they're that bad.
The helmets with the uniforms.
I thought they were fine.
So it was black, right?
Right.
So they were in black helmets, white uniforms.
Yeah. That didn't bother me as I know
just
you
don't-
and someone else in the group didn't like them.
I just didn't think it looked. I didn't. It kind of reminded me of when the Niners wore the black uniforms
really?
with the gold helmets. It's just it looks weird with them.
The Niners
clashing
wearing
like that.
black was stupid as fuck.
I
to
agree.
begin with.
But let's say if the Niners would have wore a matte black helmet, it might have worked a little better.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
So that's what I'm trying to say with the Saints one.
I thought it was fine. I mean, I know the Steelers never wear all white, but the Steelers will wear white with the yellow pants and a black helmet.
It's probably because I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't think it looked. I actually thought it looked kind of cool. I like the black helmet.
Number 5, Clemson beat number 10 NC State 30-20. This game was pretty close.
Pretty decent game. Clemson kind of took away at the end, but
I want to say
took
Clemson
out.
has the either college football record or SEC record for most home games won in a row, or second most home games won in a row. They've won a lot of home games in a row.
yeah, I mean they've been really good. So no, I would believe that
Yeah.
for a long time now.
Dabo Swinney, he'll always get on my nerves. He just does. I'm not saying he's not a good dude. 'Cause he seems like he's a good dude who loves God
Yeah.
or whatever. But he just, I don't know.
You know,
Some about him rubs the wrong way.
when Clemson was first like getting rolling, I was like, I kind of like it. Like I like him for whatever reason. And then ever since then, he's just kind of been annoying and just like, I don't know,
A little cocky.
a little full of
a
himself.
little
Yeah.
full of himself.
Yeah.
A little entitled.
And then like I'm a California guy, so the God shit doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't speak to me.
Some big games this week. Number 8 Tennessee. Danny's Tennessee Volunteers
Yeah.
play as number 25 LSU.
I want to know when the last time they were ranked in the top 10. Like, this might be back-to-back weeks in the top 10.
Yeah, good for them.
Because they haven't been good for most of our, college football watching days.
Who you got?
Definitely not Brian Kelly. I'm going Volunteers.
Me and my family.
my family.
I'm big in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Number 17 TCU plays number 19 Kansas.
Okay, we got to talk about Kansas.
They're 4-0.
5-0.
5-0.
Yeah.
5-0, excuse me.
They're ranked. You know how many games they've won in like the last 4 or 5 years? Like you can count them on maybe one hand.
Like 5?
Yeah, I got to look this up
Really?
because it's incredible that they've turned it around the way they have.
You know, when I see Kansas ranked, I think basketball.
Yeah, easily, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't? I'm going to pick Kansas to win this game.
I hope they do. I'm going to roll with you.
Didn't TCU beat Oklahoma over the weekend?
No, that was it TCU? Oh, you might be right.
Because Kansas State beat them the week
Right,
before.
yeah. I was mixing up my purple teams, but yeah, I think you're right.
Who you got in that game? Kansas, TCU.
I'm taking Kansas. I'm rolling with you. I like the vibes right now.
Look at this. A top 20 ranked matchup, Pac-12.
Hey yo.
Number 11 Utah is playing number 18 UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA's undefeated. That'll be fun.
I'm going UCLA. You know why? Because I love their colors.
UC. You know how many fucking times I've heard that at Stanford Stadium?
Sure a lot.
Yeah, I'll take UCLA. Utah, I think they're bums.
Yeah. I went to a UCLA Stanford game with you when Josh Rosen was playing.
I think that sounds right.
And I think it was on ESPN. Because I really had like the camera that was
Yeah.
connected
Did
from the top.
Stanford lose that game? kind of feel like they may have.
Oh,
I can't remember.
man.
I know Stanford in their heyday they got the best of UCLA a lot.
I want to say not Josh Rosen. Well, he was, but I want to say UCLA was rocking their like
The powders.
black.
Black.
I think they were wearing the black uniforms.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, it was a off the beaten path uniform from what
Yeah.
they usually wear.
Okay.
You know what jersey I would rock in a second? Number 8, Troy Aikman UCLA jersey. Ooh, that would be.
I know you love their
That'd
colors.
be soaked. And Texas A&M plays. Why did you put this on the list? A&M versus.
Well,
Alabama?
A&M has been ranked, but Bama, they're going to get a decent opponent this week. Keep the eyes on that.
Also, Bama is ranked 1 this week.
Yeah, they moved up from 2 to 1.
They moved up 2 to 1.
Yep. Because Georgia has not been terribly impressive.
Yeah. All right.
So over the last 3 years, Kansas has won 5 games
Combined.
before this year.
And now they've won 5
5
already.
this year.
Have they changed coaches? Is that what happened?
So I forget. I want to say they. Well, yeah, last year was the guy's first year, and they went 2-10. Lance Leipold. Don't know who the fuck he is, but congratulations, you're 5-0. Let's make it 6. At some point, we're gonna have to do something with this college football section, make it a little more interesting.
I was just gonna say, you know what we should do is we should do college football like we do NFL picks. We should do spreads. You pick the games, and we'll do. Or no, I guess we can't. I guess you can't pick the games.
Well,
You know what I mean?
we could do something like that, or we do some picks. Yeah, maybe starting next week.
Yeah, we need to figure out
The games that we pick.
a way to do. Or we could.
You got to pick ranked teams or something like that, and
Yeah.
or we could just say, hey, we agree on these 3 games or whatever to pick, and we got to go one
Or
way.
yeah,
or the
that
other.
because there's just so many. There's just so many games.
Right, right.
I guess we could do ones on like the top 25 maybe or something like that. or
Yeah,
top
I was
10.
kind of thinking about just doing like a top 10 focus, like we focus on the teams in the top 10, see how they did each week or something like that, or even top 5 or 6.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's fine.
We'll see.
Yeah, something like that.
Or we could do like best game in each conference,
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
because it seems to be that the SEC dominates this show for the most part, which is kind of the way it is in college football, anyways. But
Also hard for me because I don't get to watch very much college football.
yeah,
I hate to look at just the stat sheet, but sometimes it helps.
It'll tell you something.
Yeah.
All right, real part of the show.
The show.
The show.
This is an NFL podcast.
This is what we talk about this time.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Do you know what ISR stands for? National Football League. It does.
I'm glad we hashed that out.
Yeah. So since the last time that we had a podcast, Cowboys won 2 games.
Yeah, look
They
at that.
Beat the Giants on Monday night, and then they beat
Well, it's a 1.5 games.
1.5 game.
Yeah.
Cowboys beat the Giants on Monday night last week.
That was a pretty good game.
It was a good game. And they beat the Commanders on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the Commanders uniforms? The all
The
blacks.
black ones.
I like the helmets. For some reason, I love that little W on the front. I think it's just different.
I mean, yeah, that part didn't bother me. I don't know. The black with the dark burgundy numbers on them.
It kind of
Didn't
had
vibe.
like a military vibe. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. It kind of had like when Florida State wears black kind of vibe.
So I want to say when the Commanders first showed when like on their Twitter or any kind of account unveiled their uniforms.
I remember them, yeah.
I want to say the black helmets didn't have the numbers on the side. It was just the W. I was like, that's kind of clean.
Mm-hmm.
These ones have the numbers on the side.
Yeah.
Kind of have like an Alabama vibe.
All right. The
What-
normal ones have just the W on the side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were gonna put the numbers on it. I still think it looks good. I don't like all the whole black.
Yeah,
all
the
together.
uniform itself, I wasn't a huge fan of.
It kind of gives night shift at Applebee's vibes.
I think they would have been better if the numbers on the inside were the gold or whatever you call that with a red outline rather than the other way around.
And I'm more of a fan of having numbers look like how like the Cowboys and the Niners have their numbers.
Block numbers,
Just
yeah.
block numbers. I
Yeah.
think block numbers are
Or
clean.
college, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I agree.
I think the only team that gets away with it is probably the Broncos because they've had that font
Yeah.
of number for a long time.
Right, those are pretty clean. I'm trying to think of another one that's decent, but yeah, I agree.
Like the Seahawks ones aren't great.
No, those are terrible. Those might be the worst.
That's an unbiased opinion. Right?
Yeah.
But your boy Cooper Rush
Hey,
is now 4-0 as a starter in his career. 3-0 since Dak Prescott went down.
Is it time to bring back Dak or not?
They
Sounds like he might be healthy this coming week.
They shouldn't this week.
I think you're right.
They shouldn't because they play Philly the week prior.
How do you feel about them waiting until Cooper Rush loses? Now that apparently Dak is healthy, is that a good way to go about it? Or?
Well, if they're doing that, they're going to be losing this week because it's part of a Gage's guarantee.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Don't think I forgot. Gage's guarantee. It's a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
I could be drinking a 211 again next week.
I hope you are.
I hope I'm not.
Dude, Cooper Rush, Matt Stafford, who are you taking right now?
Dude, ask my. You want to ask me? Dude, Matt Stafford's on my fantasy team and he is bad. I'm dumping his ass for Geno Smith pronto. You think I'm playing? I might get Zach Wilson instead of him.
Remember, Geno Smith isn't playing at West Virginia anymore.
His points right now in fantasy are good. I'm talking fantasy points.
Yes,
I don't care. Like, it's different on the field. Fantasy points, he's looking nice.
I'll give you that.
But yeah, Cooper Rush, the defense, this Cowboys defense is nice.
They've been good, yeah.
I think I told you and your dad earlier, Cowboys and Niners actually are the only two defenses this far into the season that have not allowed 20 points for the opposing team.
Yeah, it's a good start.
It's a good start. I think the Niners defense is better than the Cowboys defense, but I think the Cowboys.
Tom's got some players though.
Cowboys, I think the Cowboys have a pretty good. The Niners have for sure a better front seven. Even though I do like Lawrence and
Lawrence and Parsons as a duo and the pass rush is pretty.
I like the Cowboys secondary is not bad. That dude Wilson on the Cowboys, number 6, he's good.
Yeah, is he safety? Or another corner.
I can't remember, but he cracks heads. He's cracking skulls.
Cracking skulls. What is that from?
Oh,
that's from
Breakfast Club.
Yeah. We cracking skulls. Anyways,
Trayvon Diggs had an interception this week.
Good for him.
He's not on the pace as last year.
Yeah.
But he's playing well. He's doing it.
Is he player of the week?
No. Neither is Cooper Rush.
Yeah. So
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling okay. I didn't think the Cowboys would win 3 straight games after Dak went down. I thought the season was done. Now I don't think that way. The Cowboys have sole possession of second place in the NFC East. I've said before the Cowboys aren't going to win the division because Philly is the real deal.
Philly
we were wrong on Philly so far.
Yeah. I mean, not like disgustingly wrong, but yes, we've been wrong.
But the Cowboys, the past 2 games that they've won are division games. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Division games count.
I mean, you didn't even think the Cowboys would have 3 wins at this point, right? Given your guarantees.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So
no, I thought they'd be.
You thought maybe 2-2.
2-2 at the least.
Okay.
So I think. I think for Dak Prescott, this is a bad situation. Because let's say Cooper Rush, let's say they win this game. Let's say I'm drinking a 211 next week. And then Dak's ready, and he plays against Philly, who is a good team.
Right.
A really good team.
It would be a tough situation to
and then Dak loses and the Cowboys lose. I think for the Cowboys as an organization, that is something you do not want.
Yeah, it's going to get dicey.
But do I think Cooper Rush going against the Eagles is any better? No, I really don't. I think Cooper Rush would lose to the Eagles.
Probably. Yeah.
I think any quarterback you throw out right now for the Cowboys that they have are going to lose to the Eagles.
Yeah.
But I think for Dak Prescott going into that situation, if Cooper Rush wins this Sunday, it's not going to be good for him.
Maybe you just go Wildcat with Zeke and Tony Pollard.
Who? With Zeke? I told you he is
who?
He is stuffed. It's over. Yeah. If I had to see Ezekiel Elliott rush for no gain one more time,
Hasn't he been fine this year?
He's been all right, but I get PTSD because the first couple years were great.
Yeah.
And now every rush just seems like he's getting tackled by a scrimmage. I like the 1-2 punch from Pollard. I like it. I really do.
It's worked.
It's worked. Zeke needs to get off this team next year. Sorry, Jerry. I know he's a homegrown, but he's got to go.
Well, like next year might be the year that it's kind of doable, contract-wise.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Dak's kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Dak's all right.
Yeah, he's fine. He's not.
He's better than Cooper Rush.
Yeah, he is. It's just ironic that.
And you could debate. Yeah, the Bengals game was impressive. They play the Giants, who are also 3-1, but it's the Giants.
Right.
And then the Commanders aren't going to be a good team this year.
Yeah, Carson Wentz sounded like a fun idea, but it's not working out.
And it wouldn't surprise me if the Giants still were
Giants
500 throughout the season.
If the Giants make the playoffs, I'd be a little bit surprised. And if they did, it's because the NFC is weak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People are talking all this talk about the Cowboys Super Bowl contenders. That's false. I don't think so. It sounds
too weird of a situation right now.
It sounds cute. Like let me see Dak come back and play well.
Exactly.
That might say with this defense we could go deep in the playoffs.
Right. There's no reason to be thinking about that right now. You got to get healthy. You got to get Dak back in the groove before you talk Super Bowl.
So the Cowboys, like I said, they play the Rams this week, which, if you listen, is a Gage's guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys aren't going to win this game.
You feeling thirsty? No.
I mean, I'm not feeling good about this anymore. After Matt Stafford got eaten alive from that offensive line.
You got to drink 2 in the span of 3 weeks. That could be something special.
Oh man.
I'm not on the block for a little while. I think not till like week 7, right?
Yeah, all mine are. I mean, because after this,
you kind of bunch yours up a little bit.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is I almost picked the Cowboys to guarantee lose against the Colts.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, no, the Colts look like ass right now.
Because they're playing the Packers, and the Packers are going to win that football game. They are.
What if they don't?
The Cowboys will not beat the Packers.
I mean, I'll give it to you. Cowboys at Lambeau.
It's
sound great.
not gonna happen.
But the Packers they're kind of so-so right now.
That doesn't matter to me.
I understand.
It's the history behind it. It's the principle.
I will say that week 10 they could be just absolutely on a roll. So we'll see how it goes. We will see. I'm not on the block until week 7 versus the Chiefs.
Yeah. It's coming up though.
Yeah, it's not too far away.
2 weeks away. 2.5 weeks away.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks away.
Yeah.
Good math.
Quick maths.
Shall we move on to what the Niners did this week?
Yes.
Speaking of Victory Tuesday, Niners beat the Rams.
There you go.
I'm glad I didn't put this one in the guarantees.
But you are putting a Rams game.
I will say that the Rams, they're going to be angry. I mean, the Niners have beat them 6 straight times in the regular season now.
And thank you for it not being in the championship game last week. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, they gotta be hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, and especially Sean McVay too. You gotta have something up his sleeve for the Niners.
And I'll tell you this real quick. The Niners can beat the Rams all they want in the regular season. They can sweep them for 12 years in a row. But as long as the Rams can beat them in the playoffs, that's all I care about.
Well, right now, like this core of the Rams has the upper hand on the Niners because they got the Super Bowl win. The Niners don't. The Niners win, but they didn't win.
No.
So Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, they can talk.
They can talk.
As long as
And Jalen Ramsey will talk.
yes. But dominant performance from the Niners last night, Monday Night Football. 24-9, they got the W. Defensive line was insanely good. Rams could not block the Niners. Like you said, it's gonna happen. Nick Bosa ate Matthew Stafford for dinner.
He did.
Yeah, it was a tasty feast.
I know he would.
Another big game from Deebo Samuel, of course.
Yeah.
Jimmy G did just enough, like he loves to do.
What do I say about Jimmy G? He wins games.
He wins games.
He wins games. He doesn't win every game, but he wins games.
He'll lose you some too, but he wins them. But I mean, not much to say about this game other than the defense being dominant. Offense was fine. They, of course, like normal, scored a touchdown in the first quarter, and we're only so after that. But you got to take your wins when you can get them, especially against a good Rams team.
You know, I'm going to tell you something that makes me sick to my stomach. I was watching the game last night because we played fantasy this week, and we did not talk about it. Excuse me. Oh,
Nice.
I've been congested really bad.
Theo, don't watch.
Yeah, excuse me. Watching the Niner game, and we were playing each other in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I have George Kittle on my team, and George Kittle was about a foot, literally his foot, from scoring a touchdown, which would have made a big difference in our matchup. I literally caught myself
Rooting for the Niners.
I was like Kittle, flexing hard. Saw the replay. I was like, damn. And I kind of I looked at myself and I'm like, what have I become? What have I become? I'm here rooting for the Niners right now.
I even myself, I was like out loud. I said before the play because I believe it was 3rd and goal, and I was like, "All right, Jimmy, anybody but Kittle."
Yeah.
Of course, he throws it right to Kittle, and he scored. I was like, "Okay, cool, let's score a touchdown." They show the replay, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Because I kind of did the math, and
You'd have been right there.
I think we would have been really close.
Because he gets 6 for the touchdown, half a point for the catch.
And I think it was 20
and a
yards
few
out.
yards. Nah, it was only a few yards.
Okay.
And you lost by like 7.
I think you still would have got.
Maybe by a little bit.
Because
Yeah.
you had the Rams defense.
I did. Which would have taken them down, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it would have
It
been
would have
close.
been really close. I'd rather lose the way I did rather than lose by that much.
Right.
I would not want to lose by 0.5.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, you kind of did.
Yeah. But catching myself rooting for George Kittle hard made me sick to my stomach.
Man, I still haven't rocked the George Kittle jersey this season.
You're a fraud.
Next week.
Yeah. I talked to Sal about this. Matt Stafford, not him. He is not it.
No.
I'm over it.
I mean,
I can't believe I drafted this clown.
he almost feels like he's like, I got a ring. I don't give a fuck what I do for the rest of
I
my
was
career.
listening to somebody today, and it was like it's almost like he won a championship and he's retired now.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like, I'm over. I'm
Yeah.
over. Like I might be able to get in the Hall of Fame. I'm good.
Right. I mean, he's got more to do to get in the Hall of Fame. But if he keeps a good trajectory, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, what the fuck? He's been, excuse me, he's been terrible this year. He's got like 4 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yowza.
Oh man.
Niners defense though, fantastic. Keep it up.
I think best defense in the league.
They got to be in the consideration for sure. I mean, it's too early to anoint that, but they are.
I would say thus far.
Yeah, thus far. And they actually have defensive backs that can stay with receivers for the first time that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Honestly. So that's good to see.
Yeah.
Week 4. What else you got?
I got a few things.
Okay.
The Bengals white uniforms they wore on Thursday. They're one of the best ones around.
Yeah.
They're ice cold.
They're like the white Bengals Tigers. You know? Have you seen those Tigers before?
I don't.
They're
think
sick. I gotta bring up a white Bengal.
And the Bengals win this game? They lost.
They did win.
They won.
And what did I say? They cannot lose in those uniforms. They can't. They're too clean.
Joe Burr, he was made for these uniforms.
Yes, because they're ice white.
He was made for these uniforms. Those are clean.
Dude, look at these cats. These are fucking sick. Are you kidding me?
I've seen those.
Yeah.
Those are nice cats.
Yeah.
I like that.
They don't meow. Let's put it that way.
Tua's injury. Scary stuff, man. Did you see? I saw it live.
Yeah. I didn't see it live, but I saw the replay and him getting just whipped to the ground. That was gnarly.
Well, I don't even think the whip looked that bad. Like nothing out of the ordinary. But when he started doing that weird thing with his fingers, did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, like his fingers were literally like it was
Tweaking out.
I felt so bad for the guy, and there was this talk going on a week prior about was he supposed to come in, should he have came in?
Right.
It's not a good look for the Dolphins, and it's really bad luck for him.
Right. And they even fired someone already, right?
Yes.
Over this, I can't remember who it was.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So the unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant from the Bills game the week prior, where Tua was staggering and came back into the game, has been fired for making, quote, several mistakes in his evaluation.
I wonder if it's like, it can't all be his fault. He probably was pressured into letting Tua, return to the game.
It's hard for me to believe that because Mike McDaniel, unless he's a really good actor, he makes it seem like he really cares about Tua's, his well-being, his health.
And who knows if maybe it's not Mike McDaniel being the one that's pressing it. Maybe it's
like
upper management. Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
And I think they already said that Tua's not playing the next game,
right?
Which he should.
Yeah.
Which is, you could say he might be able to play because they played on a Thursday and they'll probably play till Sunday, so there's an ample more time to come back.
Yeah, I think that was the scariest part to me too about the whole situation is that he had that injury on Sunday and then again on Thursday. Yeah,
seems very strange. Seems like someone didn't know what they were doing,
or it was just like bending the rules for some weird reason.
And I know the Dolphins won that game, and I guess you could say it was worth it, but
I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah, it's a weird bad look for
bad judgment.
For
bad judgment
for the NFL.
And the NFL isn't like this. They try their best to make sure their quarterbacks and players stay as
right. Yeah, they want their best players on the field all the time.
Head safe as possible.
Yeah.
So so Tua get well soon.
Yeah.
Number uno.
What else?
The Ravens, they blow a 20-3 lead.
Ooh, man, what a bad game for them.
But
but you still
Covered.
Still covered.
Still covered. Thank you.
Yeah. But a lot of questionable decisions made late in this game by the Ravens.
The fourth and goal.
Fourth and goal didn't make sense, and he tried to. John Harbaugh tried to justify it after the game, and it still didn't really make all that much sense. Take your lead back, get the lead. You get three free points.
Take the points.
Yeah, take the points late in the game.
And especially, nothing's guaranteed, but when you got Justin Tucker, it's almost guaranteed.
I mean, it was going to be like a 25-yard field goal. That's money.
It's something that I'd put my life on the line.
Right.
That he's going to hit.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm always... Lamar Jackson's amazing. But when you got one play to make in a crunch time, I don't know if he's necessarily that guy that I'm looking for to make a throw.
He's probably not even in the top 3 that I'd want in that situation. He's probably not even in the top 5.
Yeah, he's amazing, but he's not quite that guy as far as a thrower with football.
I'd probably rather have Mahomes, Allen, Brady, Rodgers.
Easily, yeah. And probably many more that we're missing. Maybe Justin Herbert. Yeah. But, yeah, a lot of weird decisions. And then, of course, them making the mistake of not letting the Bills score on purpose on that in the last 2 minutes kind of was messed up. So, but I think there was some miscommunication there. So.
Why does it seem like the Ravens do this often? Or maybe not often, but they blow leads or something weird happens and they lose.
For being such a... They're kind of, to me, since John Harbaugh's been there, or even before John Harbaugh, they kind of felt like a Cardinals or a Spurs type franchise, right?
Always there, always in the mix.
Always interesting. They always seem to be very well coached.
Won a championship.
Yeah, kind of like the Steelers too, are in that same conversation.
Yeah.
But you're right. I feel like we have seen this weirdness happen with them in recent years.
Yeah. So, Kenny Pickett.
He got in the game.
Came into the game. His first NFL throw was an interception. Gives Brett Favre vibes, and was Brett Favre's first pass, was it to himself or was it an interception?
That I can't remember, but he did not start his career terribly flattering.
Sam Darnold's first pass was a pick 6, I think.
Yeah,
you remember that? You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett, though, oddly enough, had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah,
no passing touchdowns.
Sticking his nose in there. Good for him.
Kenny. That term is not good. Kenny Pickett threw 3 picks in this game.
Yeah. One of them was the Hail Mary at the end of the game, so
okay.
You gotta give it 2. But it's still 2.
I didn't know that, so thank
still
you.
2. But he is going to get the start this week.
He should.
Yeah. They're apparently the Steelers are quote unquote looking for a spark. So see if the Pittsburgh native can bring it to him.
You have to imagine what I'm going to say right now, right? In the words of Bruce Springsteen, the boss, you can't start a fire without a spark. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Did you see the Patriots' third-string quarterback, Bailey Zappi, or Zapp, came in because Brian Hoyer got hurt?
Yeah. Almost beat the Packers. What's Aaron Rodgers doing, man?
I wanted to mention this because Bailey Zappi, that's a bad name.
I think it is Zappy.
Zappy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
It's a weird last name.
It's interesting.
I'm not saying my last name's great because it's very
Sound
weird.
guy?
Too. Yeah, thank you. He's wearing number 4, and I got one issue with that.
Vinatieri?
They got to retire Vinatieri's number, and I know that I think that I would retire more numbers than you would.
The NFL, it's hard though, because there's so many players on the roster.
But Adam Vinatieri, he didn't win it, but I mean he won the game. He won a couple Super Bowls for these guys.
No, I think if there's ever going to be a kicker that should be in this conversation, it would be him.
I mean, I think eventually it'll happen. I think it's just respect. Why not?
Yeah, it's possible.
He's going to go to the Hall of Fame.
He will, yeah.
And he's going to be one of 2 or 3 special teams guys that are in.
Yeah.
They got to retire the number. They got to retire the number.
I don't disagree with what you're saying.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like obviously Tom Brady, no one's wearing 12.
No.
But I don't think anybody should wear 4.
Yeah.
Like Gronk, someone can wear 87. That's fine.
Yeah,
they'll probably retire 87.
I don't think they will.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
But 12 is it for sure.
12's for sure. I think 4 should be there.
You know what's funny is there's not gonna for how good the Patriots were for so long. I don't see a lot of guys getting their numbers retired now from that era.
It's pretty much Brady.
He's pretty much Brady. I mean, who else would you even consider?
Randy Moss, maybe, but they didn't win a championship with him.
Right. I mean, I was thinking like Richard Seymour maybe, but
No, they wouldn't even do. They wouldn't even do.
they wouldn't do Moss. No, there's no way.
I would say
Richard Seymour and maybe even
Teddy
Bruschi maybe.
if he's not already.
But I don't think
he's in. I think he's in the Hall of Fame for the Patriots. The Patriots Hall of Fame.
he might be. But I don't even know if either of those guys would get it.
Yeah.
Being Richard Seymour or the other. Yeah.
Maybe Edelman, because he was there for.
Yeah. No, though. Yeah.
No, I see your point.
Because like none of those guys are Hall of Fame players, other than Seymour, which is why I kind of thought about it. But he also played for other teams. So yeah.
Instead of Vinatieri, like he had a pretty good career with the Colts, won a championship.
He did. Yeah. Did he go back to the Patriots?
No, I think he was just on two teams.
Okay.
I think it was just Patriots Colts.
Gotcha. Oh, we lost our recording.
Did we?
Yeah. I wonder how long it's been going. Probably only a couple minutes. All right, we're back.
One last thing I wanted to mention. Did you know that Clay Matthews officially retired from the NFL?
He hasn't played in a couple years, though, right?
My question is, did you know that he wasn't already retired?
I mean, I figured it was like implied,
Yeah.
but
I just saw it and I laughed. I'm like, I feel like I haven't seen this guy play since 2013.
I can't remember the last time he was relevant. The last thing I remember Clay Matthews doing was pushing Colin Kaepernick out of bounds, and then Joe Staley pushing him after that, which was probably at least 7 years ago.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember Colin Kaepernick running for like 1,000 yards. And
He just dumped trucks all over the Packers every time he played them.
They own the Packers. We talked about this. They own the Packers.
Aaron Rodgers is a bitch. That's why.
Oh man.
I mean, they've beaten Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, I believe, 4 times, and he's never beat them.
He's never beat them.
No,
Ever.
I love it.
I know.
Because Aaron Rodgers is one of these.
The Cowboys can't say the same when it comes to beating Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
I got you. We got you guys.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't like it when you guys beat them. Anybody else is fine, but you guys, I don't like it. I just don't. Sorry.
I'll just take care of business for you guys. Yeah, that'll be good.
You're like a Bachman Turner overdrive. Taking care of business and working overtime.
Yeah. All right. Ready for player of the week?
Yes.
Who you got?
I got Josh Jacobs.
That was a good one. I thought about him.
144 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Also 5 receptions for 31 yards.
Nice.
And beat the Broncos for their first win of the season. I talk shit about the Raiders. I had to give them some love this week.
I felt good about the Raiders winning this week. I don't know why, but I did.
Yeah.
And they took care of business. I think the Broncos are just a weird team right now. I don't know how to feel about them. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy for Josh Jacobs too, because a lot of talk this year was about how he may be out of a job next year.
Yeah.
At least for the Raiders. So he seemed to be getting better every week.
How do you pick player of the week? Like, what do you go on to pick?
Kind of a stat line, kind of like whoever I want to give a shout out to at the same time.
I'll tell you what I do. I go on fantasy football app and see who scores the most points.
I kind of do that.
And kind of go off that.
I kind of did that today.
Like last week I picked Trevor Lawrence. He didn't have the best week, but I thought
Right.
good week, kind of breakout week.
And that's why I picked him the first time.
Yeah, given the circumstances.
Right. I'm going to go with a guy who played well in a losing effort, and his name is T.J. Hawkinson.
I almost picked him.
Yep.
But you know I didn't.
Because they lost.
They lost. But I think I've picked guys in the past who have lost. But I think from here on out, I'm gonna pick winners.
Fair enough. I kind of thought about that
unless
too.
They
makes
have,
a lot more sense.
Unless they have just a huge game, which he did have a big game.
Yes. 8 catches, 179 yards, 2 tutties for a tight end.
Along with Jared Goff had a huge game.
I thought about Goff as well, which the Lions' offense has been just about as good as the defense has been bad this year.
It's a good way to
I mean, I sent you that tweet from Dan Orlovsky. He's like, if the Lions had a bad defense, they'd be 3-1. And they're 1-3 right now. But nonetheless, impressive stuff from the former Iowa Hawkeye, T.J. Hawkinson.
Oh, okay.
Tight end you. Hey, yo.
Yep.
Yeah, he's holding it down for the Hawkeyes.
Yep.
Yeah, who they got in the NFL? They got obviously George Kittle, TJ, Noah Fant is a former Hawkeye.
Okay.
Him and Hawkinson came out the same year.
Did they?
Both first-round picks.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
A couple years ago.
That's pretty impressive.
Right? I think there's one more in the NFL that's pretty good too, but yeah, they're taking the title of tight end U away from Stanford.
Yeah,
All we got left is like Zach Ertz and Dalton Schultz. Which Dalton Schultz is a pretty good player for the Cowboys.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He definitely is.
So yeah, TJ, player of the week for me. You ready to recap our picks from last week?
Man, last week felt like 3-0.
You want to know what's crazy?
It always does.
No, you wouldn't believe it, but we went 1-2 once again for the fourth straight week.
Really?
Yes.
I know. So every week we've done this.
Every week we've both gone 1-2.
I don't even know what I could do to change this. I'm starting maybe flip a coin, or how about I also thought about the team that I want to pick. Just flip it and see what happens.
See, that's where I was gonna kind of go. Is like if something seems obvious, it's because it shouldn't be obvious, and it should go the other way.
So I already have mine locked in.
Okay.
I might start doing it next week.
Okay.
Like let's say you have the the Buccaneers, -3, go +3 for the other team.
I also have a proposition because we talked about this a few weeks ago about making our picks later in the week, off air. If we both have 1-2 or 0-3 weeks this week, we're doing it off air next week.
No, we can't do that.
Why not?
Because I think the fans like listening to what we do, and I think they like how we're so wrong all the time. They probably think it's...
I hate being wrong.
I don't like it either. But we gotta do... Because
I wonder if they do care, if they even give a shit about this segment.
I don't think they give a shit about this podcast, really. They just listen, which we appreciate.
We
Thank
got
you.
14 listens last week. Giants just scoring runs. Look at this.
Look at this. Who would have thought? I think we still gotta do it. It is hard to pick this early.
Especially because next week is going to be another Monday podcast. So that's part of the reason I'm floating.
I think we gotta stick with it. I think we gotta stick with this. And I think if we both go below 500 this year, we gotta stick with it. I think it's a fun. I love doing that. I think it's a fun part of the show.
If we get to week 9 and we both haven't had a winning week, then we're doing it.
All right.
We gotta figure out something. And if it doesn't work in our favor, we can go right back to how we do it right now.
Okay.
Deal? We gotta try something.
Okay, we'll try something. You said by week 9.
Yeah. So after week 9,
if none of us
neither of us have had a winning week,
so go 2-1 or 3-0.
yeah, we'll have to do it. We'll do a off air. We'll do it on Instagram.
So
make our picks.
We have one more month.
Yeah. So you'll still have a way of seeing it. It just won't be on the show.
Got it.
And we can talk about who we picked on the show the following week.
We'll do that. It doesn't matter because I'm going 3-0 this week. So we'll be fine. Who you got this week?
So I am taking the Lions +3. They're at the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just doing it. I don't have any reason to love it other than the fact that the Lions can score some points.
Well, after last week, how can you not think that?
Right, Lions can score some points, and New England has showed that they're not very great offensively.
And I don't even know what's the quarterback situation. Is Mac Jones going to play? Is Brian Hoyer going to play? Is it number 4 Bailey Zappi again?
I would hope that injured Mac Jones plays because that could go really wrong for the Patriots.
I mean, Bailey Zappi, the 3rd string quarterback.
and
if he goes down, who's playing? Who's throwing?
Right.
Bill?
Yeah. Bill. Get Pete Carroll in there. You seen him in practice, right? Anyways, yes, I got the Lions +3 on the road. No big deal. I also got the Jets +3, but they're going to be at home against the Dolphins. Teddy Bridgewater is playing for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So, and Zach Wilson, hey, he beat the Steelers. Steelers got a decent defense, even without T.J. Watt. So
I'll tell you this.
I'm riding that high.
ESPN Fantasy app is pretty high on Teddy Bridgewater.
Is that right?
Seems like it.
Well, I mean, with that receiving core, you got to think that those guys can make some plays for him.
And I guess playing the Jets.
Right.
Jets.
Yeah, but I like the Jets this week. I think they could win that game outright. I'm taking Arizona in the points. So you're getting 5 points at home versus the Eagles. Obviously, we are liking the way the Eagles are playing, as well as a lot of other people. But
wait, they're favored?
The Cardinals are getting 5 points at home. So the Eagles are 5-point favorites.
Okay, gotcha.
But I like the Cardinals to at least keep this game close.
All right.
Less than a score.
Yeah.
So I'll take that 5.
So we both agreed on the Lions. I'm picking them plus
Taking
3
Lions.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also going to be taking the Steelers plus 14.
I thought about that one.
We talked about it. It's a big number.
It's gonna be hard to cover.
Could
I don't
I
care
see-
how good the Bills are.
Could I see the Bills winning this game by 17? Yeah, but I gotta pick the plus 14
Right.
for the Steelers.
I don't disagree with that at all.
And I think my money pick for the week, it's on Monday night. Chiefs minus 7 against the Raiders. I think they're gonna cover.
Ooh, okay.
I think they're gonna cover.
That's also a decent number, but all right, I like it. They're at home, right? Versus the Raiders. I believe they are.
They probably are.
But
It doesn't matter.
good stuff. It's in.
It's in.
The picks are in.
Picks are in. It's a winning week from one of us.
Da-da-din.
A winning week from one of us. Let's hope.
So yeah, both 4 and 8, man. We gotta get there.
I wonder if people listen to us and think, "Oh, I could do way better. I could do way better." than these
Probably.
guys." Yeah, try it.
You know what?
Try it, please.
Try it. One reason I thought about switching up the days this week again too was the fact that I would not have picked the Saints had I known that they weren't. I had a brain fade. I thought that they were playing this game at home going in, and they played in London, of course. So that's one factor.
Yeah.
2, I didn't realize that they had so many fucking injuries.
Yeah.
They even had those injuries going into the day
Yeah.
that I picked them, but I would have heard about them going throughout the week. So I definitely would have stayed away from that game. But hindsight is 2020.
2020.
All right, moving on. Are we done with NFL?
We are.
Wow, that means it's what time?
It's the last call.
That was easy.
It's the last call. Get
It's-
a new beer. Good.
What?
Cheers. Just making sure you got another beer.
I thought you said you need another beer. I'm like,
Yeah, you gotta finish that, dude.
I was like, you're halfway done.
No, there's no more. Shit.
Jeez. We're good. We have some Buffalo 3 though.
You want to take a finishing shot?
I was gonna shoot something when I talked.
Oh, you got a prediction or what?
No. Just we'll get there.
Oh, ooh.
We'll get there.
Okay. So I got a couple things. PSG, they were back in action on Saturday. They actually got tested by Nice, who's not having a great year, but they got the W 2-1. They gave the first goal. Obviously, I posted a few things on our Instagram account.
Great.
Messi with that fucking dart of a free kick for a goal. It was beautiful.
What about Messi? That picture I sent you guys of him
The
walking.
goat.
It said "go" like on the bottom.
Yeah, like on that rolling.
The rolling screen.
Right, dude. That
And then I
pretty
think
epic.
and it was you or Devin that sent the other one.
Devin, yeah.
It was a
It was a
picture-
different one.
It was a different one, but it was the way it was shot. It was incredible. It was so it's a GO, and then his legs were like in an A
The
formation,
Yeah.
and then the T.
Yeah.
It was.
That was pretty sweet.
It's an incredible shot.
That was pretty sweet.
Whoever did that just needs to get
Cha-ching.
paid the
Yeah.
most.
How many pictures did it take to get that one? Like,
Yeah,
just click.
You probably probably a lot of clicks. So, because we're on your Fubo account, and they always say like PSG playing somebody, watch it again.
Right.
And it said PSG playing Nice, and I was like, PSG's playing a team called Nice. And then Devin, she lost it.
It's Nice.
I mean, you look at Nice and it looks like Nice.
And it says their full thing is like OG Nice.
Or no, I think I might have said OG Nice. I was like, I'm playing a team called OG Nice.
That's like a bad rapper name.
Oh man, yeah.
OG Nice.
That's a rapper name that never made it out of the hood.
Exactly.
OG Nice. I definitely said OG Nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff.
If people didn't know, I'm a fucking idiot. So
Well, I mean, anyone who's looking at NICE that's from the
like,
United
why is
States,
there not like an accent on the I or something like that?
That's just how they say it there. Yeah. PSG will be resuming Champions League play tomorrow against Benfica. I'll be watching. I know you're gonna be at work, but
You and Devin are always watching. I'm always at work
Yeah.
busting my ass. I'm always trying to get this bag, and you guys are watching soccer.
trying to get this back. You're a fool. I was watching some Champions League today. Barcelona lost to Inter Milan. But yeah, should be exciting stuff tomorrow. Benfica is probably the next best team in their group. So
Okay.
also, Chase Elliott won at Talladega. This was the 5th race of the playoffs.
Dude, Chase Elliott.
First playoff driver to win a race.
All right.
Unbelievable.
Kick rocks.
Yeah.
Chase.
Do you want to know what the standings are? Because I know I didn't send them to you guys.
Oh, I thought you did send them to us.
Now,
Did you send us something?
That one that you liked was from last week. No one responded to it, though.
What?
Yeah. That photo.
But I thought it looked like you sent it.
Because no one responded to it. I just said fucking Chase Elliott.
Oh.
But it was still sitting there as if it was,
Oh,
it was the most recent message in the group.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Garrett now has 80 points. You're at 73. Ashley is up to 68. So she's right there. She's right there. Everybody else doesn't matter. Alex Bowman didn't even race in the last race.
Wow.
So yeah, there we are.
Wow.
Do you want?
That really bummed me out. I thought I still had a pretty nice lead.
Sorry, bud.
It's all right.
So plenty of time to go. 5 more races in the playoffs.
I'll live. I'll
Yeah,
live.
You'll live.
I'll be all right.
Your guys, are they good road course racers?
Did you say I'll laugh?
No, I said you'll live.
I thought you were trying to go like, live, laugh, love on me.
Well, you got Kyle Larson, who's a great road course racer. Christopher Bell's one on a road course. They're racing at the Charlotte road course next week, so
Let's go.
you got a chance.
Charlotte, the home of Steph Curry.
Yep. Home of NASCAR. The Sharks will be starting the season off in the Czech Republic on Friday. Woo-hoo. NHL season, it's right here.
It's coming. Does that mean we're making our picks for next week?
We can do them next week.
And we just do
We'll just do a
Stanley Cup?
yeah. Who we think is going to be in the cup?
Cup?
Two
and
teams.
Cup and winner.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it a little easier on me.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need to get too in depth on the NHL.
I don't think anybody really cares.
Yeah, Sharks kind of stink, so it's not that fun for us.
But you're picking the Sharks next year to win it because you. I'm just kidding.
2030.
2030. Okay.
The Sharks will be playing the Czech Republic though on Friday and Saturday against Nashville. A little 2-game series overseas. Sharks star forward Tomas Hertl from the Czech Republic, so getting to play in front of the home crowd.
You know, if we played them 10 times, they'd probably beat us 9. But not tonight.
But not tonight. Okay, coach.
You want to run through a wall? Watch that clip.
The Giants are giving up home runs. Let's see. It's 6-2. I'm gonna cash in on that Padres bet. They're going over 88.5 wins tonight.
There you go. All right, Emerson, lace me up, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Whiskey or mezcal?
Mezcal. You beat me in fantasy this week,
Hey!
so I'm paying up. I'm 2-2 on the season for nobody that cares. I don't like losing in fantasy football. I don't like losing at all, but fantasy just hits different.
It definitely doesn't set up for a good rest of the week because then you're like, the second I lose in fantasy, I'm like hitting the waiver wire right away.
Me too.
It's just like cocaine.
I've never done cocaine, so I would know. Catch me after this podcast hitting the wave wire hard for
Yeah.
sure. It's a great way to put it.
It's just one of those things. Like you lose, you're like, fuck. Who do I need?
I lose, and it's like I want to trade everybody.
Right.
Get everybody off my team. I need new players.
Yeah. Like even though I beat you and I'm 3-1, I can't stand my receiving core. They're so annoying. Allen Robinson has been a fucking bust. My God.
No, I was gonna say like your team this week.
I scored like what 105 maybe.
But
103?
relied heavily on.
That's how it's been on my star players.
Jeez.
Got a good game from Kyler, good game from Kelsey, and good game from Justin.
I can't break 100 to save my life.
No.
I broke it once and it was like 105.
It hasn't with the format that we were playing this year. It has not been a given that you get 100 points.
It's
anymore.
tough. But I feel like every week I'm seeing like guys like Taylor and Danny and Arb getting like 130. Like what the hell am I doing wrong here?
They've been good.
They probably had higher draft picks than me, but whatever. Maybe not.
I don't think so. I will say you pick a 9th out of 14. That's a rough spot. And even myself being 7, that was not an ideal situation.
So here's to you. Now you're taking one with me.
To me.
Okay. I'm only playing you once this year
Yeah.
until we get to playoffs.
Yeah. I would love to play in the playoffs. That'd
I
be fun
would
for
too.
the show.
That'd be great. Oh, yeah. When I drink mezcal, I think of
Death?
Brett Obranovich.
He does like some mezcal.
Remember he had a mezcal phase
He
in
did have a
Dover?
big
He was like, drink this mezcal with me.
Yeah. He would just like bring over whatever he could find. It's like, well, I was like, Brett, what is that bottle? He's like, oh, this is mezcal. I was like, do you know anything about it? He's like, no, it was just the cheapest bottle I could find. It's like $35.
Do you ever buy booze at Trader Joe's?
I have, but I don't often.
I wonder how they're. I saw they have a tequila, like Trader Joe's.
Oh, I have bought that before.
Was it good?
We had it.
We've had it.
Yeah, we had it at Dover once,
Okay.
and it was pretty good. I think I just made like margaritas with it.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
you know, well, it's labeled Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously not made by them, but
Well, it's somebody makes it for them.
right. No, I remember it being decent.
Yeah.
Or drinkable.
Yeah.
Good cocktail tequila.
This Thursday, 2 days from now, I'm going to Aftershock
Are you?
with my dad. Oh yeah.
Who's playing?
Slipknot is playing, headlining the night. It's a 4-day festival.
Is it always 4?
I think it's normally 3.
Okay.
I think they had I think it's normally 3.
That's cool.
Slipknot's playing. Rob Zombie's playing. I've never seen him, so I'm gonna check him out for sure. Bad Religion's playing. I'm not really into them, but I still want to check them out. But it kind of sucks because they're playing at the same time as Slipknot, or it kind of laps over.
Yeah, I'll go Slipknot.
Yeah,
But you've seen Slipknot before?
I've seen them like 4 times.
And you didn't like him the last time, is that right?
No,
Or was that Korn?
Korn was
That's right, okay.
Every time I see Slipknot, they're great.
They're pretty awesome.
They are a great show. I'd recommend anybody seeing them. I mean, I know it's an acquired taste, their music.
Right, they're very heavy.
And the last time I saw them was at Shoreline. And I was actually in the seats, which I've only been in the seats once that time.
Gotcha.
Shoreline sucks, but every other show I've been to with Slipknot has been great. And I've seen them Aftershock also. Like
Oh, okay, yeah. I
7
think I
years
remember
ago.
that. Yeah. Nice.
Evanescence is playing, which should be funny. I want to say Stone Temple Pilots are playing.
Really? They're still touring?
Yeah, let me
That's
check.
dope.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. Dude, I'm stoked. My
Dude,
dad-
SCP would be awesome to see.
I've seen him before. I saw them play with. Their lead singer was. The old lead singer of Linkin Park who passed away.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rob Zombie, Slipknot, Evanescence, Stone Temple Pilots, Killswitch Engage, which they're a big band.
Because who was the original frontman of SCP?
It
and he
was
passed away?
Scott Weiland.
Scott Weiland, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
But I want to say when I saw them without Scott Weiland, he was still alive. Scott Weiland was. I think he might have passed away not too long after that.
Oh, but he wasn't playing with
He
them.
wasn't playing with them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Bad Religion, and that's pretty much all I know. But I think based on each day that this is the best day for like my taste.
Gotcha. They usually have pretty good
Yeah.
lineups, though.
So the plan originally was to go Sunday the 9th because Foo Fighters were supposed to headline.
Oh,
I
but
think
they
it's-
backed out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor
That's
Hawkins died.
Right.
But I mean, so Friday, Danzig. Have you heard of them? They sing
I've heard of
They sing the
Danzig.
song "Mother."
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Kiss is headlining.
yeah. No shit.
I would,
That
Kiss.
would be an experience for
Kiss
sure.
stinks.
Yeah, it would be an experience.
But I bet you there'd be a lot of girls and a lot of flames on their stage. So I would.
Dude, Love Gun live? You
I
kidding me?
would see Kiss.
Love Gun?
Lamb of God, who I saw last year, and they were pretty cool.
Lamb of God, I remember them. They're really, really heavy, right?
Chevelle, remember them?
I remember
They're
Chevelle.
playing.
Yeah.
Meshuggah, I never listened to them. They're kind of like prog, a progressive band, I want to say.
Yeah,
Saturday, Papa Roach is going to be there. Vacaville's Finest, playing close to home. My Chemical Romance is going to be there.
Oh, man.
A Day to Remember, I never listened to them.
Yeah, I remember Day to Remember.
Yeah. And then Sunday, Shinedown. Muse is the headliner.
You should watch, or you're not going to see Shinedown. Shinedown's all right.
Well, that's on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to see him though, right? Or are you going to go on Sunday as well?
I'm just going Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. Shinedown's fine.
Muse will be headlining, like I said. Bring Me the Horizon's going to be there.
Yeah.
Black Label Society would be cool. This was
I don't know them.
Zach Wilde. He used to play for like Ozzy.
Oh, okay.
Really, he's really good.
Nice.
Action Bronson's gonna be there.
Really?
The rapper.
That's a little out of
I'd see Action Bronson.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. The Struts are gonna be there on Sunday, which we
Cool.
saw the
We
Struts.
saw them, yeah.
Which it kind of we were walking in. As they
Yeah,
were playing.
yeah, we missed their best song.
We made it though.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love the first day the best. Looking forward to it. I got the day off. I even got half of the next day off. So if I get a little tired, I can sleep in a little bit.
There you go.
So looking forward to that for sure.
All right, my friend.
Yeah,
I think that's all for us.
that is
Thank you for watching, listening. Give us a like on whatever
Spotify. You can do likes on Spotify,
you do. Likes on Spotify now. Give us a rating
or
as well.
or it's like stars.
Stars, yeah.
Like
Yeah, give us a star.
1 out of 5.
Give us 5 stars.
Don't give us 5. Give us 4 so we humble ourselves. So we can work
No.
harder.
5. All 5 of these.
Give us 4. Give us 4. I need to work harder.
Give us 6 if you can.
5 plus 1.
Give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Otherwise, thank you for watching, listening. We'll see you next week. Peace.